Hobby over 40. What we want to do, what we missing to do with after 40 years? Interesting question.
Patrick's Garage.
Grab your snack, welcome back. After 40, we have a lot of experience, we have a lot of knowledge, and we can solving about this more reasonable with more wise decision we can get this conclusion what we want to do after 40. And yes, we have this experience and we want to remember which was interesting for us when we were kids. And we can decide what we want really to do, even for free, for nothing. What you ready to do to produce when you were kid, and what you want to do for free, what you want to produce for nothing with pleasure. Main thing in hobby, in each hobby, pleasure which you get from process. And yes, if you want to collect any items, you want to trust this purpose when you want to get these results. Probably you want to collecting tokens, coins, what you want to do, and you want to get these results after this process. When you see these results which you really satisfied with these results. But key point, enjoyable process of searching. Yes, I want to open from start. I prefer car restoration, and I want to sharing with you this experience. A lot of hobbies can be included. A lot of things which related with hobby in our mind when we are thinking about hobby, collecting, repairing, doing by hands things, and we get aesthetical pleasure from this. And yes, during car restoration, car repair, also a lot of elements from average hobbies. You want to collect coins, token, which you prefer, and you during car restoration, you also want to collect spare parts. I want to admit I'm always prefer to buying. I want to buy these spare parts in advance before I need to install them. Things like filters, gaskets, seals. These filters you want to have in your oven storage. You don't want to go and you're not able to buy them on every corner as for more popular cars nowadays. You can go, you can order, and in this time, in this day, you can get your order these spare parts. But sometimes you want to order spare parts, especially for European cars, and you want to wait a little bit before you will be ready to install these spare parts in advance. You want to order these spare parts in advance. So a little bit of collecting element here will be, and also searching process, and searching process of information in this hobby of car restoration. You can find these books, really rarity books. Guys just want to collect old books, but you want to find this collect these books which are really intended for your hobby, for the process which pleasure for you. When you prefer to find these books online, you can order on eBay a lot of interesting books, and I want to say you this is a really fascinating to find these things, not only spare parts but also original old books from the years where car was produced. 50 years old books you can find Gladly you want to put them on your shelf, these books with really information. Yes, any information can be old, and you want to solve a lot of problems in consideration of modern equipment, of modern chemicals. You want to learn from these books a lot in general, and general data you prefer to find in these books, which was intended especially for dealership centers, But thing is, you want to find new friends, new buddies on this topic when you want to find information online. A lot of groups online you can find about your interesting things, which things really interesting for you about cars, and you want to find the guys which with similar interests with you, and you want to communicate with these guys. So this is also a lot of hobby elements. As in average hobby you can find in your process of car restoration over 40. Old guys want to messing with things, want to spend time with pleasure. Main thing in hobby, main thing pleasure. You want to enjoy this process of your hobby, and results. Yes, results. This matter also really valuable things you want to get. This restoration process parts which you want to buy, tools, simple tools for simple car, old car. Average guy are able to this hobby, ready for this hobby with basic mechanical skills, I think, even after 40, because you have experience, life experience. You know what you want to do, you know what you don't want to do, which you are able to produce. And yes, with this age, you know your limits. And I'm also know my limits, and I know which work I want to produce and which work I'm not able to do. And I don't want to messing, just for example, with complex electronics. Because of that, I prefer to messing with things which I'm can explaining and which explainable for me, which I can understand these mechanical things, and I don't want to spend my time for this knowledge, for learning this electrical equipment. Yes, really fascinating things with electricity, in cars especially. But I'm not agree with these moments that they old engine which was developed more than 100 years ago was built this design of engine, and then later they decided to add a lot of electronic stuff to this simple engine, which understandable this working process of engine, but they decided to occupy with a lot of electronic stuff modern cars. So I think for hobby will be better to find simple old car, I think, which you are able to repair by own hand. And if it's not top secret, you can sharing with me your hobby. What do you prefer spend time with? Enjoy.
Now, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. Click the subscribe button and notifications bell so that way you can be notified as soon as I upload new videos about car repairing.